presented by Xtramart.
You know, the beginning of the race will be important. Everybody says you have to be patient, but there's some drivers, they want to get in the lead first and then be patient. So it should be very exciting in the beginning. And the Casagrande brothers starting on the front row. So the three drivers are Stafford residents, Corey, Kyle, and Eddie Ricard.
They sure are. Let's see what will happen now as we're about ready to go to green. Earlier today in qualifying, the Casagrande boys, well, they struggled a bit. Was that part of their game face? We'll see as they head off turn number 4. Tim Bennett staring them down, and there's the double greens. And Corey leads his brother Kyle to the bottom of turn number 1.
Eddie Ricard trying to springboard his way into third. Look at Tommy Butler getting the jump on Mike Scorzelli.
Then it's Joshua Wood with the number 17 car, last week's feature event winner, and Adam Gray, the 97 car. Adam on the bottom, the defending champion, looking racy.
And Corey Casagrande falls into second. Kyle Casagrande has moved into the lead, and Corey might want to do something about that.
Ricard still sitting in the comfort zone in third. Scorzelli has a problem. And Michael Bennett, those two cars are stuck in the outside lane. And here comes Keith Rocco down underneath the Magnum. Side by side racing there, Matt.
That is a fight for the top 10. And we'll see if Rocco can get there, and he does as he jackrabbits his way underneath Bennett. Kyle Casagrande is opening up a lead over his brother. So Kyle in his second season in the late models, there's some action between Adam Gray in the 97 and Josh Wood in the 17. Now Josh Wood is going to put the move on Tommy Butler.
Bennett now and Lanigan, as Bennett went back around Rocco, who had the spot momentarily there. Back up front, Butler still sitting in the 4th spot. Josh Wood, last week's winner. Bottom of the top 5. Then it's Gray, Gambacota, Scorzelli, and Michael Bennett and Rick Lanigan with Keith Rocco. There's a 3-car bid.
Butler went out of line, going underneath Ed Ricard. Ricard has a little too much authority, and Ricard gains his 3rd spot back. Now it is Wood going underneath Butler.
Wood gets Butler a little bit loose coming off the turn as Adam Gray is being very patient 6 laps in.
Yeah, Gray has confidence in his ability to pass car at the end of the races. So right now he is comfortable in the top 6. And now a little elbow room down low, Josh Wood. But Josh Wood does a very good job of protecting the bottom of the track.
Certainly does, guarding that spot. And now it appears that things settle back in. Kyle Casagrande still the leader of the pack, 7 of 50. Now complete. Single file, they come off the turn. Nobody stepping out of line, but it's still early in this event.
Yeah, the drivers are still in their conservation mode, as maybe the best battle is between Ricard in the green 77 and Tommy Butler in the 4. Kyle Casagrande has been our leader. And the thing about Kyle, he was the all-time win leader in the dare stock division. There were a lot of question marks when he moved into a late model, but he picked up the game very quickly.
Certainly did. Ricard would definitely have to be considered an underdog in the top 5 here because he took some time off, and previous to that, he had some good runs, but a lot of mechanical woes. Now Butler moves to the inside. Tommy Butler is up to the 3rd spot, and Joshua Wood moves into 4th. Ricard now struggles with Gray, Matt, in a side-by-side battle.
And Gray, it looks like he is on the verge of taking over the spot. So Wood moved to the side, and it cost Ed Ricard now 4 positions as Kevin Gambacota is going to flex his muscles and get underneath the Ed Ricard card. And here comes Scorzelli, and he is going to try to do it.
Certainly does, makes a bid for it. Now look at Keith Rocco underneath Rick Lanigan. Michael Bennett will try to follow Rocco through. And Bennett backed out of it just a bit to give Rocco the advantage. And now Rocco is opening those doors, and Bennett's trying to stay with him.
Keith Rocco in 9th place, so let's see how quickly he approaches the back bumper of Ed Ricard. Good battle for second and third between Corey Casagrande and Tommy Butler. Casagrande has that spot, and the action is taking place for 8th and 9th between Ricard and Rocco.
Rocco trying everything. Now the crossover. Keith Rocco now moves down underneath Ed Ricard. That's the 8th spot. Rocco's up to 8. Who's the tail that wags the dog? Michael Bennett, the Magnum, up front. Lead change. Corey Casagrande is in command. Here comes Tommy Butler into second, and Kyle's car suddenly has become evil match.
Yeah, it looks like something is definitely amiss on that number 7 car as he goes from 1st to 4th. And now Adam Gray very carefully is trying to get that number 7 car. So that car is definitely taking a nap on lap number 15. And here comes Tommy Butler. He wants a piece of the lead.
He certainly does. Deep into turn number 3. Still is Corey the leader. Butler looks to the inside. Joshua Wood. And the 7 car, the news is that the motor is starting to go sour on car number 7. A cylinder, a miss there. Oh, Rocco.
Boy, Rocco
and Kyle
almost
Casagrande,
got
yes. Michael Bennett still refusing to let Keith Rocco get far out of his sight. 17 laps are in.
You know, Ben, if you want to watch one of the smoothest drivers on the track right now, look at the 10th place car, Jim Mavrogiannis.
Yep.
Remember, he started in 16th and has moved up to 10th.
And the reason for him starting in 16th, he cut a tire down in qualifying, putting him out of one of the preferred handicap spots. So he has plenty of time to get the job done. Back to the front of the class, Tommy Butler. Steve McCarthy dabbled in the SK Modifieds for a while with Danny Cates. Now comes back to the late models and creating magic for Butler, and it seems to be working.
Now we kind of have the old guard and the new guard at the front of the field. The new guard, Corey Casagrande, the old guard, Tommy Butler, and Josh Wood. Sticks the nostrils of his car underneath the 4. Can he make it stick? It looks like Butler still has plenty of pizzazz on the outside, but Wood will not be denied.
Wood shows why he won last Friday night. Consistent and smooth. Wood is up to second, and Adam Gray not making any aggressive moves at all, just being there. Picking them off one at a time.
He blisters his way underneath Butler. This is a very intriguing battle for 3rd and 4th.
Keith Rocco is the fastest car on the racetrack. No surprise, 21.139. So Rocco is coming to the front. He's hitting his marks every time by. And we've got 6 cars nose to tail. And Rocco is currently running in the 7th spot.
And we're not even at the halfway point of the race yet, so a long time to go. Now Scott Cook, one of the slower cars, but Casagrande has no trouble as he gets by that number 5 car.
Cook off the pace. And the brakes still the problem on the Cook machine. That's the former Michael Bennett race car.
Boy, it looks like Adam Gray is trying to narrow the gap between himself and the 17 and Josh Wood. Then Butler, the old pro, having a good run tonight. Kevin Gambacorta, is it any surprise he is in the top 5?
Not at all.
He is one of the most consistent drivers in the division. And right now he is going to have his hands full holding off Mike Scorzelli.
Half of the event is all but history. They crossed the line. Corey Casagrande, the leader. Second is still Joshua Wood at the halfway. Adam Gray is 3rd. Tommy Butler, Kevin Gambacorta, Scorzelli in 6th. Rocco in 7th. Bennett in 8th. Mavrogiannis in 9th. And Ricard in 10th.
And it is easy street right now for Corey Casagrande. And you got to think that Josh Wood and Adam Gray still haven't shown their A game. That'll be coming up later with Butler in fourth, and the guy everybody is watching, Keith Rocco. He started 12th, has moved up to 7th, and now he's within striking distance of Mike Scorzelli. So Keith Rocco, he used to say early in his career, he wasn't good at a patient game plan. He liked to charge, but I think the older that he gets, the more he has learned to be patient in the races.
I agree with that, Matt. There's no question. Scorzelli now came way out wide, scuffed the wall coming off the second turn as Rocco is closing up that gap considerably.
Well, Josh Wood is within handshaking distance of Corey Casagrande. Vinny Esposito, the 57 car, is in the way. He goes down, and he gives plenty of room for our leaders to get by.
28 circuits now complete on the board. Top three, single file, then a little space with Butler in the fourth spot. Gambacorta, no one pulling out a line on those three cars. As Corey Casagrande still the leader of the pack. Joshua Wood right behind him, and here comes Gray.
And you get the feeling, Ben, that this race hasn't even started yet. As Wood and Gray, they have gone for position. They haven't gone for the lead yet. So right now, Wood and Gray are where they want to be, challenging Corey Casagrande. And Corey Casagrande has hit his marks. He has done it. And now Adam Gray getting a little frisky.
Certainly is. Now Joshua Wood is still doing a masterful job because the pressure is on Gray and Butler, and Wood just doesn't give up in this situation. There's a little daylight to the bottom again. They touch Matt, but that doesn't seem to rattle Wood.
No, it doesn't. He's able to protect second. Adam Gray trying to make his car skinnier than a toothpick, and he wasn't able to get underneath Josh Wood. Rocco is stayed the same depth behind Mike Scorzelli, so he really hasn't made a move in the last few laps, but we still have 17 laps to go. And Corey Casagrande, who has one career win in a late model, this would be the biggest moment of his career, and Josh Wood is starting to make a move.
Look at Michael Bennett. Bennett now is pressuring Rocco. Bennett shows Rocco how to get through turn 3, a move that Rocco has patented in the modifieds.
Boy, we expected Rocco would be moving up through the pack. Instead, it's Michael Bennett who is able to do it. Turn around, it's Casagrande. The leader is around. Wood in trouble. Gray moves to the top spot.
A scramble down the back straightaway as Corey Casagrande will spin. And that's going to change things 34 laps in. So of Adam Gray to the top of the board. Second place car, Tommy Butler. Row number 2, Gambacorta. Scorzelli, row 3. Good run for Michael Bennett. Let's quickly go to Tony Sutton.
Well, they're taking some time on Josh Wood's number 17 to make some adjustments, especially air pressure. Yeah, they are not happy with that outcome, but I know we're about ready to go back to green, so we'll send it back upstairs.
Let's see what's going to happen. Rocco still isn't left out of this one. 34 of 50, Matt.
Josh Wood has got to get to the rear of the field because we are going to resume. And the green flag comes out. Tommy Butler trying to move into the lead.
Adam Gray still guards the number 1 spot. Look at Gambacorta. Gambacorta goes down low. Michael Bennett is a rocket. Look at Bennett. He now moves into the 4th spot on the bottom, down underneath Butler, and Michael Bennett is up on the podium in 3rd.
He was in 10th place 5 laps ago and has moved up to 3rd. What an amazing recovery, and look at Jim Mavrogiannis at car number 01. He has darted into 4th place. Bennett is going to be making a move to get into 2nd.
Up the hill goes Gambacorta. Michael Bennett, the Magnum, running on rails at the bottom of the racetrack. Bennett is up to the catbird seat. Meanwhile, Mavrogiannis has passed more cars than anyone else, starting in the 16th spot. And Jim Mavlajanis is running hard for xtramart in the extra bucks. He's now on the podium in the third spot, Matt.
He has a long-time sponsor. xtramart has been with him for about 30 years. He has moved into the third spot. Look at Tommy Butler as Gambacorta gets caught on the outside. So Kevin Gambacorta got as close as second place. Now he is fading to fifth and maybe even sixth.
Side-by-side racing, Gambacorta and Scorzelli. And Scorzelli is able to shake off Gambacorta as Scorzelli moves back into the top 5.
Boy, Adam Gray was in third place on lap number 33. He is in the lead now, and he is trying to stretch it out against Michael Bennett. This is very similar to what Michael Bennett did on opening weekend.
Yes.
We didn't talk about him that much in the first half of the race. He came on strong in the second half. This is exactly what he is doing again tonight.
Certainly is. This is the kind of race he likes, the long distance ones. And Adam Gray has done a masterful job. He was patient in the beginning of this race, just settling in. Further back in the field, Keith Rocco, the number 92 car, is up to the 8th spot. And Rocco is starting to work over Rick Lanigan. Fastest car on the racetrack, or fastest lap turned, was Keith Rocco. Adam Gray, second fastest lap, a 21.231. And then Michael Bennett turned in the third fastest lap.
Boy, the question is, can Michael Bennett have an answer for Adam Gray? As it looks like Michael Bennett is a little bit faster. On the last lap, Bennett was 21.2. Adam Gray also 21.2. So they are running almost identical lap times. But it looks like with the naked eye, Michael Bennett is gaining.
Certainly does. And Bennett, of course, you pointed it out, Matt, we were surprised early in this event. He was just struggling in the mid-pack of cars, but that must have been his strategy.
Last lap, Adam Gray, 21.3. Michael Bennett, 21.2. Bennett a little quicker. Does he have enough time to erase that deficit?
They continue to try to tighten it up. Scorzelli, Butler, all over each other.
And Jim Mavlajanis is also very fast. So maybe Mavlajanis, if we get some yellow at the end here, maybe he could be a factor. But right now, Adam Gray trying to win the big xtramart, extra distance event. There are 5 laps remaining for Adam Gray.
5 laps remaining for Bennett. And Mavlajanis among the top 3 cars.
Boy, he's getting a little closer. Michael Bennett is not surrendering. There is no white flag in the glove compartment of Michael Bennett because he continues to try to corral that 97 car of Adam Gray. Good run for Rick Lanigan. And right now, Lanigan has the unenviable task of holding off Keith Rocco for 7th place.
Butler has tried just about everything to get around Mavlajanis and just hasn't been able to pull it off. And yes, it appears that Bennett is closing up a bit. Times consistent between the Adam Gray car and the Bennett machine. Popsicle sticks are up. 1 mile left in the competition.
Well, extra money on the line, and Adam Gray knows all about it. Down to the final 2. Mavlajanis wants to be on the podium. He is going to have to hold off Tommy Butler to do it. Kevin Gambacorta running in behind. It is Mike Scorzelli in the number 5 spot. The spotlight is on Adam Gray. As he cranks it up around turn number 4, we have yellow on the track. Scott Cook in between turns 1 and 2.
Scott Cook's car, for several laps, all 4 wheels, the brake rotors, were glowing bright red.
Let's go to Tony Sutton to take us to the stretch drive here.
Well, I can tell you some of the chatter between the crew chiefs and the drivers has been strategy, strategy, strategy. And everybody to the man is saying, we got to stand on it, go as fast as we can, because we have one chance to get to the front. And then white flag, and then that's it's over after 50 laps. What an exciting way to end this extra distance race for the late models.
It's not over with till they go
across the stripe, and the black and whites will come out. Michael Bennett moves to the outside. Adam Gray. Two of the veterans of this division, Mavla, Jonas, and Butler. They come off turn number 4. Gray with an advantage. It's getting frisky against Bennett. Sure is. Jonas looking to shoehorn his way underneath Bennett. Trouble in turn number 3 as Casagrande hits the wall underneath the Sunoco turn. And also involved in that was Joshua Wood, and Casagrande's machine is trying to pull away.
It's going to be very exciting.
Certainly is. Lights are off on the pace car again. Joshua Wood makes it back out of pit road. Place your bets now.
Jim Mavrogiannis, wouldn't he love to get on the podium? He has been synonymous with xtramart over the years, but he's going to have to hold off Tommy Butler. We are ready. Green-white checker to decide our 50-lap feature.
Off the turn. Here they come. Side by side. Gray
Much
and
better
Bennett.
start for Bennett.
Picture perfect. Gray in command. Bennett pulls back in the line. Mavrogiannis is there. Bennett, bonsai move to the bottom. Michael Bennett in an amazing bottom shot move. The Magnum takes over the lead on the final circuit.
Here comes Mavrogiannis to try to take second away from Adam Gray. Nothing doing. Gray is going after Michael Bennett. Watch turn 3. This will be where the race is decided.
Down to the bottom of turn number 3. Bennett guards the spot. Here comes Gray. They come off the turn. They'll be side by side. Ladies and gentlemen, they come down to the line. We'll wait for timing and scoring. But ladies and gentlemen, Michael has done it. The Magnum will take down his second career victory of 2015. Adam Gray, the defending champ, will finish in second, and Jim Mavrogiannis will finish among the top 3. Bingo and little